Hello, myself R. Shilpa, Assistant Professor, Department of BCom BA, PPG College of Arts and Science. Today, we are going to discuss about the hire purchase and the installment system, which are popular methods of purchasing expensive assets without paying the full payment immediately. Many people cannot afford to pay the entire price of the assets like vehicles, machinery, furniture, or the electronical appliances at one time. Therefore, the sellers allow the buyers to pay the amount in the installment over a period. Although both the hire purchase and the installment involve the payment in the installment, they differs in the ownership, legal rights, and the accounting treatment. Hire purchase system. Hire purchase is an agreement which the buyer pays the purchase price in installment. However, the ownership of the asset remains with the seller until the final installment is paid. The buyer get the possession of the asset immediately and can use it, but the legal ownership is transferred only after the full payment. Features of hire purchase system. The hire purchase system has the several important features. The buyer gets the immediate possession of the asset. Ownership remains with the seller until the final installment is paid. The buyer pays an initial down payment followed by the regular installment. Each installment includes the principal and the interest. If the buyer defaults, the seller can repossess the asset. The agreement ends only after the last installment is paid. Accounting treatment in the hire purchase. Accounting under the hire purchase system records both the assets and the liability. The following entries are commonly used. At the time of purchase, for the down payment, for interest, for installment payment, and for the depreciation. Meaning of installment system. Installment system is another method of purchasing goods through periodic payment. The major differences is that the ownership is transferred immediately to the buyer even though the payment is made in the installment. The seller cannot repossess the asset if the buyer fails to pay. Instead, the seller can recover the unpayment account through the legal proceedings. Difference between hire purchase and the installment system. Hire purchase, the ownership passes after the final installment. Installment system, the ownership passes immediately. Seller can repossess the asset. In the installment system, the seller cannot repossess the asset. In the hire purchase, the down payment is compulsory. In the installment system, down payment may or may not be required. Hire purchase, buyer is only a hire until the full payment. Installment system, buyer becomes the owner immediately. Hire purchase, suitable for the vehicles and machinery. Installment system, suitable for the furnitures and the customer goods. Purchase trading account. Hire purchase trading account is prepared by the hire vendor to determine the profit earned from the hire purchase transaction. The purpose of the hire purchase trading is to calculate the gross profit, to record the hire purchase sales, to ascertain the stock with the customer, to measure the business performance. The format of hire purchase trading. There are the two sides of the accounts. One is the debit, the next one is credit. The debit side is opening stock, purchases, goods sent to the hire purchase, and the expenses. And the credit sides shows cash received, closing stock, and the goods possessed, installment due. And the balance shows the gross profit or the gross loss. Advantage of hire purchase trading system. The advantage is mainly enables the customer to purchase the expensive assets without paying the full amount immediately. It increases the sales for the sellers. Easy repayment through the installment. Useful for the individual with the limited funds. The disadvantage are the total cost is higher because the interest. Delay in the payment may result in the penalty. Under the hire purchase, the seller can repossess the asset in the case of default. Buyer may face the financial burden if they cannot continue the financial payment. Thank you.